I can go all the way to the corner of the map where I normally would have never gone because no quest took me there, and I can find a little Easter egg or some kind of funny environmental storytelling. And the devs actually think that far ahead, and they put something in the game because they know people will scale this whole region. When I see stuff like that in video games, there's thought and there's intention and their soul behind the worlds that they craft. They're not just copy and pasting all these assets, they're actually going in and handcrafting things. That soul behind a game, that spirit that you can feel, almost kind of how you can tell when somebody means what they say in a song. You get the same kind of vibe from a video game. You can play a game and you can tell if the developers really gave a rat's ass about this world and the characters in it. And I'll tell you what, when I played games like that, it just really made me fall in love with everything that RPGs have to offer. If you guys don't know, this channel is actually about 15 years old. Yeah, I made it when I was, I think, in 5th grade. Back when I was posting these little 144p, these little low quality videos of Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, just these older games. And really I was just posting to YouTube just because I thought it was fun. I just loved video games. I loved the games I was playing and I wanted to showcase that with other people. I haven't really ever stopped gaming since then, but I didn't really post much gaming content. I guess maybe because as I grew up, maybe I fell into life. Maybe video games didn't really hold as much of a place in my heart as they once did. But I'm sitting here now at 27 years old, and I can tell you I am as infatuated with video games now than as I've ever been in my entire life. So I'm going to talk about something that's really important to me. First, let's talk about the first console I ever got. Now, I told you I'm 27. First console I ever got, my brother bought me a PS2. And the first game I ever played on that PS2 console was SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I was obsessed with that game for many years. Now, a little bit of backstory before the console. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to play rated M games, or really any games that my mom deemed were too graphic or had too many curse words. Of course, my brother tried to, he tried to fight for me, saying, hey mom, like, it's not that bad, he can play it, or whatever. So what I ended up having to do a lot as a child, I'd have to settle for watching my brother play, which, sure, I was a little bit frustrated. I couldn't get on the sticks myself, but sitting there watching him play the games, well, I was very entertained. This is kind of how my love for video games started. It wasn't even by playing the game itself, but by watching my older brother play. So I kind of saw how it all worked. I was sitting there, young kid, understanding that there can be complex worlds where NPCs can have their own day-to-day tasks. That's kind of how I initially bought into video games, right? And then I got my first console, the PS2, and played SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. And now I'm like, okay, this is great. If I like this game this much, what else is there? A very normal reaction. I mean, I'm pumped at this point. I'm like, okay, this is great. I just found this game. I love it. It's fun. And at this time, Blockbuster was still a thing. So me and my brother started going to Blockbuster every Friday. I would look forward to it every single week. We'd go to Blockbuster and I'd rent a game. And I would spend like an hour in there. I would look at every game, make sure I was picking the right one, because this game has to last me the next week. This is a big choice here. I did love gaming at this point, but I could not even comprehend what games were capable of until I played one specific game. And this one game fundamentally changed my perspective on video games as a whole. This video game in particular opened me up to a whole new genre of video games that I did not even know could be made. Games that to this day I am still dumbfounded by how they could even be a thing. And this game, which was the seedling that sprouted my video game journey, was The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Now, the remastered's cool. I like the remastered, but we're talking OG 2006 buggy horse armor DLC clay NPC face Oblivion. That Oblivion. As I stated before, I could not play this game. It was rated M. I was a young guy. Mom wouldn't let me. Tough stuff. Yes, I was devastated, but I settled for watching my brother play, and as I was watching my brother play this game, I would actually want to watch him play more than he would want to play. And he would sneak me the controller for like 5-10 minutes here and there. You know, my mom was out doing something else. We'd sneak it, we'd make it work. Don't tell my mom I said that. Only took a few months, as I recall. Eventually, my brother talks my mom into letting me play the game. And at this point, I mean, I can't even see straight, I'm so excited. Because I had been watching my brother play it for months, I just wanted to dive in myself. I just wanted to build a character. I wanted to explore this huge world because, you know, I'm asking my brother all these questions as I'm watching. I'm like, how does this work? You can go wherever you want. You can really just do anything. And the NPCs, they react to things that you do. And there's a fame system. So if you go attack that guy in this town, you're really going to go to jail. I mean, back in 2006, this was pretty much new to everyone for the most part. So this is a big deal for me. Imagine, I mean, I'm a 7-8-year-old kid. I'm pumped. I made my first character and it was history. Okay, I dove into this game and I'm not kidding you. I would play this game every single day. 16 hours a day as I was a kid. I would wake up every day and play the game. I would go to school, come home. What would I do? I would play the game. I loved this game so much. I was not interested in anything else besides this game. Borderline unhealthy, sure. But what you could not take away from me was the sheer immersion that I had. Diving into Cyrodiil, diving into Tamriel. And I put in so many hours into this game. I made so many characters through the years. I played the remastered as soon as it came out. This game alone was the origin of my RPG journey. So, you know, my brother really was the only one who was playing these kind of games with me at the time. Everyone else was playing Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, all this other stuff. No one was really interested in these RPGs as I would. I mean, I was a kid. Kids are more interested in playing like, you know, SpongeBob or Mario or like Call of Duty. I was immersed in damn Tamriel, man. I mean, I was trying to save Cyrodiil from the Oblivion crisis, and I was trying to tell my friends, like, listen, man, this is a big deal. This whole world could be swallowed up into hell itself. They didn't seem too concerned, which was a red flag for me. I'm thinking, well, I have to save these people. I have no choice. I mean, the time that I spend away from this world when I'm going to school in real life, that's already too much time away. So I'm asking my brother questions about the game. I'm like, when's the next one coming out? Because I beat it relatively quickly. I mean, it took me some hours to get to the side quest, but when's the next game coming out? Who made this game? And I'm out. I remember me and my brother were out on the front porch at one point, and I was predicting what the next title would be. I remember I told him maybe it will be Elder Scrolls V Elsewhere. That was my guess, was that maybe the 5th game will be Elsewhere. For those of you who don't know, Elsewhere is just another province in Tamriel, which is the world the game is in. But regardless, needless to say, this was the start of a very immersive journey for me. So I played that game for many years, many years, and I would come back to it. I would stop playing it every couple months, and then I would come back to it. And then, you know, maybe about 2 or 3 years after that, I played another Bethesda game, some of you may have heard of it, called Fallout 3. This was a game that I remember seeing at Blockbuster all the time. I just never picked it up. And one day, there weren't any other games that I saw there that I really wanted. Fallout 3 was there. I picked it up for a rental. And at first, funny enough, wasn't a huge fan of it. You know, I remember I played it for a few hours, and I remember I got to a part in Big Town. For those of you familiar with Fallout 3, some kind of big town quest, Germantown police headquarters, bunch of super mutants involved. I think I had to save someone from a police department. But basically, I was in a situation in the game where I had very low healing items left, and my health was low, and I had to fight a super mutant, and I was very low on ammo. And at this point, I'm probably like 9 or 10. I was actually fearful. I did not want to play the game again because I was in a really stressful situation in the game, and I was avoiding it. That's actually how immersive that game was to me back in those days. I did not want to face that situation. I was like, this super mutant is fucking creepy looking. I have no heals. I'm screwed. I was actually fearful. So I didn't play the game for a couple months. I was playing something else. Probably Oblivion. And I ended up coming back to that game. I ended up getting through that situation. And then it happened again. Once again, I played an open world RPG and just completely immersed myself, lost myself in it, explored the entire world, did every quest I could find. And I was just I was just completely enthralled in this game. I'm a certified Bethesda fanboy at this point, okay? Now I'm convinced. Now I am like, okay, this is amazing. I love this. Like, if they not only can Bethesda make a medieval RPG fantasy style sort of game, they can also make a apocalyptic, the world's ending, doomsday, but here on Earth kind of game. It was just something about these games for me. Another notable game I'm going to talk about here is Fallout New Vegas. Once again, dived into the world of New Vegas. Best Fallout game in my opinion to this point. Absolutely loved it. I think what brought all these types of games together for me was that there was really no boundaries. You could enter the world and do as you please. But be forewarned, your actions do have consequences. See, there wasn't a lot of yellow tape for some of these games. It really was just, we're going to drop you into this world and you can do whatever you want. But just understand your actions will affect the world around you, and people might like you or dislike you because of your actions. And that to me was just completely amazing. Sure, I don't mind like a very linear arcade style game. That's fine and it has its place. But there was something particularly, I almost said arousing, but something so enticing about a game like that I could just spend hours in exploring this virtual world. I can look around every nook and cranny. I can go all the way to the corner of the map where I normally would have never gone because no quest took me there, and I can find a little Easter egg or some kind of funny environmental storytelling. And the devs actually think that far ahead, and they put something in the game because they know people will scale this whole region. And when I see stuff like that in video games, where there's thought and there's intention and there's soul behind the worlds that they craft, they're not just copy and pasting all these assets. They're actually going in and handcrafting things. That soul behind a game, that spirit that you can feel, almost kind of how you can tell when somebody means what they say in a song. You get the same kind of vibe from a video game. You can play a game and you can tell if the developers really gave a rat's ass about this world and the characters in it. And I'll tell you what, when I played games like that, it just really made me fall in love with everything that RPGs have to offer. I think the best way I can explain this is there are games that are fun because they're games, and then there are games that are fun because you genuinely feel like you're part of that world. Games where your every action and decision affect the world and the people in that world. Obviously, there's a lot of gamers who love the escapism of a game, but honestly, I don't even think of it that way. I'm not really sitting down playing this game in this virtual world because I want to escape this world. I'm kind of just looking at it as being able to travel to a new world without needing a spaceship. I just press a button, turn my console on, and hold the controller, and now I'm in a virtual world. It's fun. And if you're an RPG fan watching this, I'm assuming you are, you know how hard it is to get the other gamer casuals to like an RPG. They sit down, they don't see flashing lights and explosions, and they put the controller down after a half hour. But you and me, we understand the charm of a well-crafted, well-designed RPG. And I wanted to make this video to just convey my passion for games like this. Games like Skyrim, games like Oblivion, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Gothic, even Outer Worlds. Games like this where you can explore the world and just have fun with whatever's in front of you, and there's no rules. And I'll be honest, I said at the beginning of this video, my channel's 15 years old. I haven't used this channel at all since probably, 2010, 2011? And it's just because, I was growing up, I fell in love with other things, I had other interests. I've made a few YouTube channels up until this point, but here I am as a full-grown 27-year-old man, and I just can't ever really put the controller down. And I'm sitting here for hours playing these video games, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to share this with somebody else. Surely there's other people who feel the same way as I do about these games. And so I just wanted to make this video to tell you guys, thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. I don't even want this to be a channel introduction video. I just want it to be the Guy 717 introduction video. This is just what I'm about. I love RPGs. I'm gonna post gaming videos on this channel, and experience them with you guys. And my ultimate goal here is I just want to build a community of like-minded people who like games. Who like games because they were made by people who want to make good games and not by people who want to push some kind of social agenda. I'm talking actual games that were made by gamers for gamers. Kingdom Come Deliverance, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. Games like this, where you can feel the soul. You can feel that the people that crafted these games gave a rat's ass. That's what I'm here to cover. I want to play these games with you guys, and I want us to talk about them and have a fun time doing it. So if you've watched to this point in the video, thank you very much. Consider checking out the other videos I have on my channel if you vibe with the things I'm saying. Other than that, happy gaming. The Guy 717 is out.